Friends, welcome back to Salesforce Helping Hand channel. So the next question is, interviewer can ask you. I mean, it's totally depend on the interviewer knowledge, but that's what you need to know about it. What is the Salesforce CPQ and why we need to use it, right? So definitely you are paying for it, and your client is going to pay for it. Then why your client is need for the CPQ, right? Because that's it, they can also create the custom solution for quoting and these all, but why they need this CPQ, right? So you have to define the what kind of features they are providing, so it's really good for the client and they can just use it, and it's really help for the sales user. So the most important feature for Salesforce CPQ is accurate code generation and sharing with customer, right? So as you know, on quoting part, if you see the traditional sales users, so they really are not happy with the Salesforce. So they have to do couple of manual actions, not couple of, like, lot of things they need to do. On discounting part, they have to do the manual things, and which is time taking process. So instead on giving time to the sales process, they have to give the time for this kind of system, right? And which is make them very time taking process, then they are not happy with the system. So for that, Salesforce introduced this CPQ part, right? And the next part is making pricing is flexible. So it's just give you a lot of things to make the price flexible, and respond quicker to your customer, right? Your customer, you don't have to wait for a couple of hours, right? If they ask for some amendment and they are waiting for a whole day, so that is not the case in CPQ. You can just make the changes on line editor, on quotes and quote line products, and with the few clicks you can send it back to the customer in few minutes, right? Respond done. And now no more mistake. Why this is mistake? So earlier customer used the manual operation on discount part, and which is very important, right? Why it is important? Because if you see, if we go to market and definitely we purchase some products, so we ask to the shopkeepers, or like if we are go to the mall, so we ask, like, is there any discount going on, right? So that is something customer always seek for the discount part. So that's what in Salesforce CPQ provided more important things, and they have just given us so many things on the discount part, right? So they having discount schedule, pricing rule, as well as some automations are there, product rules are there. So these kind of out of box, which make it discounting part very easy, right? And the other thing is, like, manage repeat orders and subscriptions with easy way. You can easily create the renewal opportunities, renewal quote, and you can easily amendment the opportunity, right? So I'm coming to these topics later, but definitely these terms you also hear, and you should aware about these topics, right? And now, if somebody asks what is the flow for Salesforce CPQ, how it is work, right? So Salesforce CPQ, it's just additional part for Sales Cloud, right? It is not the separate cloud, so it's work with the Sales Cloud. And it start from the opportunity, right? Opportunity, then it goes to the product configuration, then it goes to the price and discounting, then there is quote and proposal. So quote and proposal is nothing but, like, it just discussion with the client, and them, then they having discussion with client, they share with it. If the client is happy, that's fine. If not happy, then they have to rework on this, and they have to again share it. The next part is electronic signature, right? And the next part is contract amendment process, and then renewal process. So this is the something Salesforce CPQ flow, and you can say cycle, right? And so this is all about the about the Salesforce CPQ flow. Now the next questions, I mean, these questions very rarely asked, but sometime it's totally depend on the interview, as I already said. So they can ask you, like, what is the meaning of CPQ, right? So what do you understand by CPQ? So CPQ has three terms: configure, price, and quote. So what is the meaning of configure? Configure means what product customer wants to buy, right? So they, what interest they have, you are selling multiple products, but what products customer wants to buy, that is important, right? Next is price. How much do you the cost for those products? Because there are, in the market there is always competition, right? So might be there are same other